Welcome back to day 22. Only 3 more days till Christmas? That's crazy. I worked on, last night, after I was done with that vlog, this tapestry. I got all the letters done, and then I got a few rows into the actual picture. But, so far it has taken, I think all the progress I made, which was starting about this row, so I made that much progress, took me like 40 minutes, maybe. So theoretically I could finish this before Christmas, but I really don't think I'm gonna. But anyway, I'm not gonna work on this. That's not what I want to do today. Once I find my 6mm hook, I want to work on that blanket because I didn't work on my blanket last night. So I have a lot of that to work on. I think in the last episode I worked on the blanket. Sorry. It's morning. I'm still very tired. But I'm pretty sure the last episode I worked on the blanket was like episode 5 or 7. So it's been a while. If you were curious, I can show you the progress. But it's huge. Alrighty, guys. But I can definitely tell that I have started decreasing. How many rows am I into it? 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 4 more than I thought. That's dandy. But, yeah. I've just been working on this on and off. Not actually, like, sitting down to work on it, So I think I'm just gonna turn on a podcast and do this. Because the tapestry is a lot more, intensive. I have to focus on that. So it's hard to watch anything when I do that. I do like just to have something on in the background that I don't really pay attention to. I really like how it's turning out so far. It is nice, it is nice. And if I have time, I am gonna work on that tapestry more tonight. That's been a really good project for just when I'm bored and want to crochet, because it's fun to see tapestries work up. But I checked, and this is the biggest tapestry I have made ever so far. But I found another grid pattern that I would really be perfect for the girl this is going to. And it's also the perfect size for like a baggy-ish sweater. So that would be so fun. But I don't know if we're gonna do that. Her birthday is in December, and if I get her a Christmas present, I'm gonna feel like I need to get everybody a Christmas present. So I'll just probably do it her next birthday. Because I won't have time to finish this blanket, that tapestry, that cow, and the other tapestry before January or whatever she's having a party. Because that tapestry, the one that I'm working on for my sister, is only 2 colors, which has made it really easy. But the tapestry I'm looking at for the other girl is, I think, upwards of 10 colors. So that's insane. But it is a lot of color changes just in the middle, but then it's really easy. So, who knows? But if I could make that, she would love it so much. Also, thank y'all so much, because I don't think I would have done this much crocheting ever if I weren't recording, because I'll go over it all in the live stream, because I've decided I'm going to do a live stream on Christmas Eve, because I don't want to record on Christmas, but I have made so much. Still haven't finished my bag, the blue one, but, you know. Also, if you have any ideas, I would love to hear what you would like as like a posting schedule thing. I was thinking twice a week, maybe, but I don't know, that might be a little bit too much, too little, I have no clue. Or I could just post wherever, but if I don't have a deadline, I'm probably not gonna do it, so, you know. That's another reason I've really liked doing this, because I have like many a video, and it didn't feel like I was making many a video. If I had to do this without like the idea of a daily thing, it probably would have taken me a year. So also, I acknowledge these vlogs are not the best, but that doesn't really matter to me, because I'm trying. Also, I don't follow patterns. I just like make it with my heart. But if there are any patterns you think I should try, I might try those. Because I have wanted to make bigger things, but I don't want to commit to massive things if like I can't make them. Like that hippo thing that's made out of funky shaped granny squares. I really want to make that. I might start with like a smaller version, like a smaller hook, thinner yarn, just to have something to see. But I would like to have one of them big hippos, just like for myself. Also, Vlogmas has been really good for me getting rid of a lot of yarn. So that's nice. I want to be that person that only buys yarn when they need it for a project, but I'm not that person. Also, when I do buy yarn, I never get like a lot of one color, because like I see one thing and I'm like, oh, that's pretty, so I get it, and then I see another thing and that's also pretty, so I get it, and if I were to buy multiple skeins of all of the yarn that I get, it would just be too expensive. So I have like a butt ton of yarn, but it's not a lot of with the same color, if that makes sense. So I can't really make big cohesive projects. Like I bought the yarn for this blanket. That's why it's all the same color. But, you know. Also, I have gone from making 0 wearables, no blankets, nothing, to making 2 wearables and a blanket. That seems like improvement to me. Those sweaters are so fun to make. They only take me, and I'm very lazy, like 2 days. So, that's fun. I also want to try to make granny square overalls. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. But like, not like the overalls for this guy, like actual human overalls. because I feel like that would be fun. I have 2 pairs of overalls, I think, but I don't wear them as much as I should. They're so fun. I love overalls. Oh. All my family is gone at their respective places, so I'm home alone right now. And I'm crocheting. It took a lot for me to pull myself off the couch, but I did. And I'm glad I did, because I like starting in the morning. It just gives me like more footage to work with, except of course in the last vlog. That was crazy. I did a lot of crocheting, but I didn't record a lot of it. And the stuff I did record, it was just a time lapse. So that was a pretty short vlog. I strive for all my vlogs to hit around like 20 minutes, just like in that area. So yeah, in some vlogs where I have enough footage but not a lot of entertaining footage, I will leave some boring parts where I'm just silent and crocheting in, just to make the vlog longer, because it like feels better. I don't know. But if you hate that and would like more short, entertaining vlogs, I would most definitely do that. But yeah. I'm almost done with this row, and it has taken me 12 minutes, so that is a definite improvement from the 20 minutes it used to take. I am so excited to get done with this blanket. I started it in November 7th, I think. So it's been a long time in the making, but I haven't, since November 7th, I think I didn't work on it for like a long time, and I only just picked it up for Vlogmas. I did work on it a little bit on and off, like half a row every 2 or 3 days for like a month, but now I've been doing, I think, an average of 8 rows a day. So if I keep on that pace, I think I could get it done by Christmas. I don't know. The good thing about moving, like right by Christmas, is we have a lot of boxes, because we just moved, to put Christmas presents in, and birthday presents, because this cow, this guy, fits perfectly in like a small box. Perfectly. And this blanket could honestly fit in any box, but I'm gonna see if there's a small box, just so it like takes up more room in that box, and you know. Also, my grandmother crochets, and years ago, like before I was born, she made my parents 2 blankets, I think, and one of the blankets is in this exact same color, and it's like a more intricate pattern. So I feel just stupid giving them this one, but that is my grandmother and I am their son, so they better like this one better. Even if they don't, I'm very glad I made it. And if they don't want it, I will happily take it off their hands. It's so comfy. Because it has some holes in it, but not like you put it on and then your like toes all fall through the holes. I don't know. I hate blankets like that. So it's really nice. And also soft. I'm surprised how soft this Mainstays yarn is. Because it's literally just Walmart brand, but it feels really good. Not loops and threads level, but definitely like Karen Yarn Inspirations level. Also, it's so cheap. You can get like the 1 pound things for like $3. That's nice. I definitely like that. Another thing I like about starting the decreases on this blanket is I no longer have to count how many rows I have left until I'm halfway, because that was a lot of thinking, and whenever I picked it up I would have to recount the rows, and it was a whole thing, and it like turned me away from working on it. But now all I have to do is decrease at the like ends until I get to 1 stitch. I'm so excited because like it speeds up, as opposed to starting from 1 stitch and going to like, what was it, 144 or something. It's starting from 144 going to 1, so it keeps getting smaller and smaller, which is very motivating. Also, for those top-down sweaters that are in my closet right now, I don't have sleeves on them. I know I said I wanted to have sleeves on them, but I just haven't made them. So the next one I make, because there will be a next one, maybe not Vlogmas, but I definitely want to make another one. I'm gonna start, instead of doing the repeat rows for the stomach, I'm gonna start the repeat rows for the sleeves and get those done, because I know I wouldn't wear just a pair of sleeves, so I would have to add the torso. So then it would be like a full sweater. I am almost done with this row. And how decreases work is you slip stitch into that stitch, like the next stitch, like you normally would, but then you turn your work and then you slip stitch down these stitches and into like this chain hole space, then chain 3, and then do your double crochet like you normally would. It's really intuitive. But yeah, that is, I don't think this is the outro. Yeah, it's not the outro. I'll work on this more today, this being the vlog. But for right now, I think I'm just about done crocheting. I know I said I was going to turn on a podcast, but I didn't. So, you know, it has been 20-ish minutes. So, yeah. I'll see you probably in a few hours. I did another row of the blanket, but I want to make a pie. I'm gonna go make a pie. Hi. I'm making this. It's called Grandma's Chocolate Pie. I have all the ingredients. I just have to make my pie crust. So I got Pillsbury pie crust 2 crusts. So that's fun. I need a pie sheet, or like a pie pan. This, it's a cake pan, but we didn't bring any pie pans to the move, so it's gonna have to be okay. Alrighty, if you hear water, it's a fountain that's right in front of you. I have no clue on how to make this at all, so we're just gonna try. Sorry if I sound nasally, for some reason I'm congested now. So that's a development. It's like in a roll. That's peculiar. There we go. Oh, golly, okay. Let's see. It says I should just roll this over very gently. And I would love to do that if this would unstick. There we go. Ah, okay. There are 2 pie crusts in here, so if I mess up too bad, I guess I could just use the other one. I don't think I will. That's bloody perfect. Alrighty. Next step is to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Done. And in a saucepan. Hold on. Let me get a saucepan first. No clue where our pots are. First try. Whisk together the cocoa, sugar, flour, salt, egg yolks, and milk. Okay, breakfast in the way. He wants me to do that before I put on any heat. So that's what I'm gonna do. How much cocoa powder does it need? 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder. It's a tablespoon. Yep. 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons. And then sugar. 1 3/4 a cup. That seems about right. Don't need you anymore. Flour. 5 tablespoons. Oh, you just want to take up the whole camera, don't you? 5 tablespoons of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, if you have one of these, I think it's for bread making, and you do a lot of baking, put your flour in it. That's like the best decision I've made. It's so much easier than getting it all from a bag. Very nice. Salt. How much salt did it want? 1/4 of a teaspoon. That sounds like 1 pinch to me. Salt. Egg yolks. Okay, so the meringue calls for 2 egg whites, and then the actual goop calls for 2 egg yolks. So I'm just gonna use the same eggs. That's what I call intuitiveness, and that's why I think I'm perfect. I don't know. Bowl. I got 2 bowls. 1 for the egg whites, 1 for the egg yolks. And the recipe calls for these to be lightly beaten. that was a really poor job of separating them. But no, it's okay, it's okay. And which one did it want for this one? It wanted yolks, okay. Lightly beaten. I'm assuming I can just use a whisk for this because I don't want to break out the electric mixer right now. Whiskey. Mini whisk. I really like this mini whisk. Okay. I'm gonna beat these for like 30-45 seconds. Okie dokie. And then it wants me to add milk into this. That is 1.5 cups of milk. 1 cup. That's about half a cup. Okay. Mix those together. Delicious. And then pour that into our mixture of powders. Okay, I have all of my things in here. And then on medium heat, cook while stirring until it bubbles and thickens, about 5 to 10 minutes. If it becomes lumpy, just beat out the lumps. It will not get any thicker in the oven, so cook until it's as thick as you want it. Okay, which one goes to this? Okay, medium heat for... There you go. I put it on a 3. And then when I made these the first few times, I used a spatula and not a whisk. I will use a whisk to just whisk it all together real quick. But then I'm gonna use a spatula so I don't get anything stuck in the whisk, because that was really annoying. Ooh, I'm glad I did this. Looking at the recipe, it wants me to poke some holes into this and then put it in the oven for about 20 minutes. So I'm gonna do that. Mega fork. Holes. I will put you in the oven for 20 minutes. Where's my phone? Hey Siri. Hey, she's useless. Dang, I forgot about my custard, hold on. So it wants me to not bake this, but have that on like the stove or whatever it is until it's pretty thick. Silicone spoon. How long does it say for me to mix it? Cook while stirring. Okay, so I guess I just have to sit here for a while. The oven is almost preheated. I put the like pie crust or whatever in it anyways. I figured that's gonna be okay. But I'm just gonna do this for like 5 to 10 minutes, it says. Dang it, I started recording to see if it would beep again for the shot, but the oven's done preheating. I guess you don't really have to know that, do you? Okay, it's getting a little chunky. I don't know if you can see this, but there are some decent sized chunks. So I'm probably gonna have to have this on heat for like maybe another 4 or 3 minutes. I do remember last time I made this, it just turns from liquid to chunky in like a second. So, you know, not chunky, but like to a meringue or like a, what do they call this? Custard, real quick. See, like right now it's all liquidy. still a little bit. There are many chunks. I feel like it's borderline custard already. But it's like bad custard that they serve at bad restaurants. It's really tasty though. After it's all curdly, right? It wants me to remove it from the heat and then stir in my butter and vanilla. So that will definitely change the texture from more so chunky custard to smooth, delectable custard. So it wants it to bubble? I forgot about that. I'm gonna see if it bubbles real quick. Want a bubble, buddy? That's really tasty. What's your favorite kind of pie? I'm definitely a chocolate pie person. Hence me making the chocolate pie. Okay, I saw it bubble. Taking you off the heat. Okay, and then it wants me to mix in, real quick, vanilla. Don't know how much it wanted of that, but I'm just gonna put enough. Alright, we'll mix that real quick so it doesn't burn. Tablespoon. How much butter does it want? 1 tablespoon, perfect. Of unsalted butter. I have to do this on camera. Delectable. Those are unpleasant sounds. Okay, so yeah, it definitely went from nasty looking custard to delicious looking custard. The butter does a lot. Okay, I'm gonna read ahead the instructions real quick. Okay, so now it wants me to make the meringue. Look at that. That's real tasty. Put you right there. Let's make the meringue. Alrighty, to make the meringue, I need another bowl. In a bowl, mix your egg whites, salt, and sugar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I recall it wanting me to mix this a lot. Do this, dude. I don't have our stand mixer, or like we do, but I don't know where it is right now. So I'm just gonna use a hand mixer, and we'll see how that works out. I'm gonna clean up a little bit real quick. Hold on. Clean. Put in the little spinner things. Now, this meringue is, well, it looks really small in the bowl. That could be for 2 reasons. 1, it'll whip up way bigger. And 2, hold on, it might just be a big bowl. So, I'm not too worried, but it says to mix this on high for 3 to 5 minutes. Let's go. Ah. The timer went off. I'm still mixing this, but it's time for what? It's time for me to get my pie crust out of the oven. Okay, so this needs some fixing. Not sure what went wrong here. We do have another pie crust if we have to use it, but I think I can just, hold on. It's way too hot. Okay, so I can't. So this is our pie crust, you guys. My favorite part's the meringue anyway. Kidding. I'm sure it will be fine. But I have to let that cool. I also still have to mix my meringue. So, once the crust is browned, remove from the oven. Spread the chocolate custard evenly into the shell, then evenly top with the beaten egg whites. Bake uncovered until the peaks or the meringue on the meringue are lightly browned in 10 minutes, about 10 minutes. Serve warm. Grandma says it's really good hot, wonderful cold, and you can even eat it frozen. Then it's like a popsicle. Thank you, Grandma. I think my meringue has a few more minutes to go. That's really tasty. So, I'll come back to you when it's in the oven. Forgot to record because my parents just got home. But it's in the oven and it's gonna be there for like 5-ish minutes and then I'm gonna take it out. Okay, my parents left. I put the pie, it's out of the oven, it's in the fridge. Yeah. Delectable. Exactly what I wanted. I hope you like that little cooking segment because you're not gonna get it again. I don't want to cook anymore. Hi. I made. I'm about a third of the way done with my sister's Christmas present. And this is what it is. I really like how it's turning out so far. It looks really nice. There are still 3 more days till Christmas, so I just gotta get on that grind and I might be able to finish it. But I do have to do that blanket too as well, so. My yarn fell off. But yeah, that's what I've been doing all night. I hope you liked the little cooking section of this video. But it is 10 o'clock right now, so this is the outro. I'm sorry. I liked this vlog. I hope you had fun. I know I sure did. I liked cooking with you because that's like another fun thing I like to do, and I could share that with y'all. But yeah, it's been whether or not